The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another tour review. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars Attack of the Clones Yoda Jedi Master figure from the Star Wars Saga collection from 2002. And he is number 23 in the series. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. Alright, so taking a look at the packaging, so we have the standard Star Wars Attack of the Clones or the Saga collection. They basically came out with the Saga collection, and this is when the Attack of the Clones came out, so it was mainly for the Attack of the Clones, but then they also did some of the other movies, so they had the Phantom Menace, and basically it would tell you, Attack of the Clones, which movie series it's from, or Return of the Jedi. And they did, they started in 2002, that's where when I flip over to the back, they have that number 2, and then they have the number of him in the series next to that. That's where that comes from. So, nice Star Wars logo. So when you see this packaging, that's what it is. This was released for the Attack of the Clones. And then so we got Yoda Jedi Master. The one thing I'm really excited about is this Yoda mold looks really, really good. Especially coming off like the episode 3 one wasn't very good. This one looks really cool. And it comes with the Force action, and his lightsaber's up here, which is kind of hard to see. The Attack of the Clones series in the Saga collection was very like action oriented with the figures. They all had like type of like action stuff they did. On the back it just shows a little bit synopsis of the Attack of the Clones. It shows you these 2002, and he's number 23 in the series, and it kind of shows what he does, his different poses. He's got his little staff, and then he looks like this thing. It says twist platform to reveal Yoda's Jedi levitating power, so they will lift him up in the air. So, and it shows some of the other figures in these series. But pretty standard packaging, nothing too amazing. It's not one of my favorite packagings as far as Star Wars is concerned, but the most important thing is let's get this guy opened up. Alright, so take a look at this guy. This is one of those figures that is just, it comes with so much, and it's just so neat. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this guy. First off, the mold of Yoda, really great. I really enjoy the mold of him. And you never really get a lot of articulation with Yoda, so one of the things I don't like about the figure actually doesn't really cause a problem. I mean, the first thing to look at is his lightsaber is really cool, and it's actually, the hilt is metal. I think is awesome. And the craziest thing about it is, for how tiny it is, you can still separate the hilt from the blade, which could be a problem if you're not careful, especially with kids. You could actually damage the and break the little peg on there. But I mean, what a cool feature. Then he's also comes with this little piece of like this. It's supposed to be the Force. It's not Force lightning, but just to simulate that he's like throwing stuff or grabbing stuff, kind of like at the end battle with Count Dooku. But this wraps around his arm, and it can actually hold a piece of the base that he's on. There's a little peg here that actually pulls on there, and this just can be pulled right off. And same thing, this is just put in there, and then if you want, you just slide this around, and this fits right into the base, which is really cool. I mean, they did a great job with this guy. Now, he is actually just put on by a little peg that sticks up, and he's got this hole, which is probably the biggest complaint I have. But with Yodas, you never really get a lot of articulation, so having this there, I mean, really doesn't bother me. You know, maybe they could have put like a split here that he could move his legs independently, but not a big deal. His arms move, you know, in and out. You can't really, you could probably take his cloak off, but the arms are actually painted like the color of the cloak, so it would look funny. But I mean, he still can rotate here at the waist, which is really cool, and his head moves, so decent articulation. He also comes with his little walking stick, which if you put in his right hand the way it is, it's really just to kind of just set it there, and it just stays there, but it doesn't really hold it very well. His hand, his right hand, his actual right hand is the only one that actually has good grip. His left hand's kind of weak with that. So he's even got his walking stick, which he did a great job. And then the whole gimmick of the action figure is when you twist this, it actually pops him up and he levitates, like he's levitating in the air. I mean, what a cool feature for this guy. I mean, he's got so much stuff with him. I mean, it's like an all-in-one package. So final impressions of this Yoda. This is probably one of my favorite Yodas that we've ever gotten. I love the mold. I love the lightsaber. I love the lightsaber hilt. I love you can take the blade off the hilt. I love the gimmick. I mean, they didn't necessarily need it, but it's cool to have that levitation thing. I like that you can break off a piece of the stand and actually using this little force style thing, actually have it like he's throwing it or catching it. I love that they included his walking stick. I mean, there's so much with this Yoda figure. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I'm really happy with it, especially because I'm not a big fan of the Attack of the Clones Saga collection toy line, and this is one of those toys that makes me more of a believer. I mean, this is a cannot miss. I mean, even if you get to buy this guy on eBay, I mean, it's definitely worth it. I mean, you know, a top-notch figure, and I'm really happy to get this guy opened up. But once again, this has been Jason with 5 Letter Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.